Right, I'm here with, Arsenal hunks. I'm surrounded by hunks. I've got Marty to my right and the judge to my left.
I'm worried now because you turned around and said you like my aftershave. Now you're saying that, like, you know.
I feel well and truly protected. But anyway, let's talk about the game. In particular, the player ratings. You know the format. Yeah. I'll read out the player. You give me your honest assessment and a mark out of 10. I think that's pretty straightforward, yeah? Let's go for it. Let's start with David Raya in goal. Start with Marty. How do you think you did today, Marty?
Look, personally, honestly, I think he should have done better with the first goal.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I don't think the angle was that wide. I think it was narrowed a bit more, and I just would have potentially liked to have seen him do a bit better with that goal. I think they got caught early. I don't think he was in the best position with it. Listen, he did put it in, but it wasn't a rifled shot like one of Jesus's. Look, he didn't really put a foot wrong. You know, his distribution was good again. You know, he looked solid. He played out really well from the back, and he moves forward really well when the balls, you know, when we were putting other teams under pressure. I'd give him the second goal. He couldn't have done that much to it. He got a hand to it. You know, I'd give him a 7.
Lee?
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm on 7, and I'll tell you why. Like, I felt that he was okay. Didn't have a lot to do, but with the last kick of the game, they had that corner, and he come out there, punched that, and it went right out to the halfway line. You know what I mean? Like, that was an under pressure. We needed, you know, they all pumped to the wall, like, you know. So I have to give him a 7 out of 10 for that. I thought he'd done really, really well.
Yeah. I'd go with a 7, and I'll say this as well. What impressed me about him today as well was the kicking out from the back. He was possibly our best passer in that first half.
He played well.
He did. Okay. Yeah. So 7 for David Raya. Kieran Tierney, he came off after 69 minutes, but he put a shift in. Let's start with Lee.
Yeah, I don't like, you know, I get called and people go, 7 out of 10 all the time, like, but I think it was a 7 out of 10 performance today. I don't think he really put. I thought probably he was our best defender in the first half, if I'll be really honest about it. But I felt that he defended really well. Never really got exposed down that side, I don't think, and put in a couple of decent crosses and got forward really well.
There was a classy little drag back there as well.
I thought we'd done well, and you know, I think, you know, look, listen, I'd rather play Tierney at left back and Timber at right back than have Thomas Partey in that position at right back ever again. Like, you know, so for me, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Marty?
Do you know what? I thought he had a really good game, and it's the first time I've seen him in an Arsenal shirt in a long time, and you've kind of, after that sort of amount of time, getting straight back into the squad, and for me, he hit the ground running, and he played really well. And in particular, there was some great runs down the left-hand side, and especially a ball that he played into Sterling. Now, it's unfortunate that Sterling hits that low, the keeper gets it, and then he rehashes the second one, and it hits the bar. And that goes in, and we're saying what an amazing assist from Tierney, and the way he put that ball in with power, pace, whip and speed, you know, and it was very, very direct, and he knew exactly where it was going. And I saw a few balls like that from him tonight. His tackling was good, he was tracking back, his positional sense was really good, and you know, he marked really well. It's a shame he went off with what seemed some sort of, you know, little slight injury, so I hope that recovers, and it's great to see him back in the side. And, you know, remember, he was a staple of this side for so many years. You know, one of the first players on the team sheet you wouldn't drop. I think he had a 7. It was a good game. It was solid and well done to him. Great to see him back.
No, I agree, and it's nice to see him got a very good reception from the crowd when he come off. I'm hoping it's not an injury. Some people suggesting it could be cramp. Let's hope it's cramp rather than an injury. But I'm also hearing through the grapevine, I think one of the lads said here today, that he's not going to be offered a contract, an extension or whatever. He's going to be put up for sale in January. Now, don't quote me on that. That's what I'm hearing. I hope he can stay, man.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. But anyway, 7 out of 10. I concur with that. Jury and Timber. Let's start with Mike.
First half or the second half?
No, we got overall.
Do you know what? In the first half, I think he held that back line together very well, and I'm a big fan of Jury and Timber. It played well. Second half, you know, slots back into that position, and we look a completely different team. You know, the back four slightly got exposed, you know, quickly early on, with a bit of positioning. You know, I would give him a 7. I'd go with a 7 for his game tonight. You know, look, he's a consistent performer, and you know, he did well.
That's fine. Lee?
6 for me.
6?
I didn't think he was great.
You marked him down one?
Yeah, I have marked. Sorry, Marty, but I have. Like, I think, you know, probably because I expect a little bit more from him. But I felt he was steady, but nothing spectacular today. I felt he looked better when he went right back. Central defence, I think he got not bullied, but Mateta very, very strong, and I think that our two central defenders struggled. And when I look at that, and then when you put Saliba in there second half, it showed him up in his performance as a central defender. But I thought he done okay, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, by the way, is not a poor mark.
No, it's not. I mean, an average is 5, so he's above average. But I hear what you're saying. He didn't quite hit the levels that he would normally hit. So fair enough. Actually, I'll go 6.5 just to level things out a bit. But yeah, man. Right, okay. Jacob Kiwior. Now, I should start by saying that a lot of people said that he was at fault for the first goal. So that needs to be said. But I thought he did recover well.
Let's start with you trying to influence us here.
No, I'm only saying what you said earlier.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I concur with everything you say, but it's still a mistake, and you can't be doing that. 5 out of 10. 5, you know what I mean? But I think,
do you not think he recovered well in the second half, though?
Yeah, otherwise it'd been 4. Right? So there you go.
No, listen, man, if that's what we want, your honest, forthright opinion. So if you say 5 or whatever, or was
you can't be defending like that, Laurie. Come on, like, I'm not being.
But you know what? I would say this, right? I was at the game.
But he
you was at the game.
With Saliba
he did, but Mateta is a unit, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's a unit.
He is a unit, and a very, very good player. But Saliba see him off, didn't he?
Yeah, but Saliba. But anyway, Marty.
Yeah, look, I agree with the 5, and I'll tell you why. He got caught napping again for that first goal. Similar for me against Fulham. I really like Jacob Kiwior. I think he's a good defender, but he gets caught in weird situations. And for me tonight, it really exposed. He has this thing where the ball bounces in front of him and he doesn't know whether to attack it, control it, turn with it, or let it go and play onto it. And that's what I saw. That's what happened with the goal. And I saw it about 3 times throughout this game tonight. And it happens in key areas of, do I put it back to the goalkeeper? Do I attack it, put it out? Do I move the ball forward? And it's that decision making that is, you see a Saliba or you see a Gabriel, they'll make that decision and they'll just know where to control the ball and how to put it out. And it's that. Yeah, it's that little level that makes straight away he got caught, and against another team that luckily we got back into the game, but that could have essentially ended the game pretty much.
That is so true what you're saying there. You when he does prevaricate, and the one thing I would say as well, having played defence when I was playing football many years ago, they tell you never let the ball bounce. Not like I saw him get bullied today, but hey. Hopefully he'll learn from that. But yeah, I think 5 is fair enough, to be honest. Thomas Partey. Let's start with Martin.
Right back, yeah. So look, it's an interesting. I don't like seeing him play at right back. Exactly what Lee said. I would rather see Tierney at left back and Timber at right back, and that's how I see it. I think Partey might get frustrated with that position. Again, he's getting game time and he's playing, but you can see he still plays a similar sort of role from right back in a way he picks up the ball and he drives forward. But for me, that is where Partey plays really well in the midfield, in the 6, is getting the ball and driving at teams and looking for that pass and putting that ball forward into those dangerous areas to your Odegaard. But when he's at right back, he's putting it across to Saka, obviously not in this case Saka's to Sterling, but there isn't, obviously he's not going to overlap and he's not going to sort of drive on through because he's a CDM. He's going to put the ball through and he's going to sit back and await for danger. And obviously the way we play is that sort of attacking. We need something different from a right back. Look, I don't think he did anything wrong. I'd give him a 7 because he played well.
I know what you're saying, but I'm going to just back him off from as he's been chosen to play right back. That's not his fault, but that's what Mikel's done. Like for me, 5 out of 10. Right. I think he's come off at half time. What's that tell you? Yeah. I don't think it's I like him. I want him back in midfield. So if I can give him a 3 and Mikel listens to me and he's back in midfield on Saturday, I'll give him 3. But I think 5's fair. Yeah, give him a 2.
Right, I'm going to race through these because my production team told me I've got to speed up. As much as I like to chat to you, man, all night, I can't. Right, Mikel Mourinho, Marty.
Look, I like how he picks up the ball, turns with the ball. In some key moments, there was a looping header which I would have liked to see him instead of heading towards the goal and putting the goalkeeper under pressure throughout the game. And look, there was some. He tackled well. He picked up the ball well and distributed. It didn't do anything special for me. I like him as a player, but I'd give him a 6 because there was just nothing. I didn't see anything worthy.
He
of a
wasn't a
7 or 8.
standout.
Yeah, that's it. It was an average. He played an average game. He didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
wrong.
I agree with that. Like average performance, like nothing murder.
Okay, Ethan Waneri.
6 o'clock, 6.
Ethan Waneri.
Oh, Ethan, that's probably his worst game for Arsenal, if I'll be honest. Like, didn't really look going and all that. Like, I don't really want to give him a 5.
No, listen. If you want to give him a 5,
no, because
no, there's no sentiment in it.
5 out of 10. I'm right. You forced me out of it.
Martin?
I think he's a lot more effective when he comes on into the game, and I think he needs to be played, coming more on and given more game time like that instead of maybe started. I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't quite at the races today. Bad day at the office, but yeah, I think a 5 is fair. I love him.
I think a 5 is fair. It wasn't his best day, but listen, he's young. He'll come again, I'm sure. Leandro Trossard.
7 out of 10. I thought he was lively today. I thought he was lively, particularly first half when things weren't going. He did try. And I felt that there was some lovely little neat 1-2s in the second half that got us through. Jesus, remember that one when he turned and the goalkeeper made a good save? I thought he looked sharp today. And that's his best performance starting for a long while. Considering that's against a Crystal Palace team that's had full strength, 7 out of 10 for me today.
Marty?
Yeah, I'll go for 6. I think for me there was a couple of chances that were slightly wasted. I think he's a lot better still after watching tonight's performance of coming on. I agree with Lee that this is the best I've sort of seen him start from a game, because sometimes when he starts he can just sort of drift off into no man's land. But some neat passages of play throughout the game, but not anything. Again, I would have liked, there was a couple of chances, and this Palace team, I would like to have seen him drive, given the opportunity with the Martinelli not starting and being sort of replacing them essentially. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from him to cement this place down, this starting place.
Out of 10?
6.
No, that's fine. 6 out of 10 for Leandro. I personally would have given him a 7, but hey,
that's right.
It is what it is. Gabriel Jesus. Now, we'll keep it brief. I think
you got done to Jorginho yet?
Yeah.
Actually, you're so right. Yeah. Not. And he was captain today as well. No. But yeah, let's say Jordan.
Steady Eddie.
Yeah.
I do like the way he plays football. I have to say, like, as an older statesman, the way he plays it. Nothing spectacular, just does his job. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I also was quite impressed with him today, the way he was organising at the back, talking to the players. That type of stuff can get underestimated. Yeah. So, big up to Jorginho. Marty?
Yeah, a consummate professional. I say it every time I see the guy play. You just know what you're getting from him. Yeah. You just know he's going to pick the ball up, distribute it, play it around, make tackles. He's going to lead the team. He's the manager on the pitch. I'd give him a 7. Didn't put a foot wrong. Did what he needed to do.
Yep, I agree. 7. Yeah, I thought he had a good game. Right, Gabriel Jesus.
10.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought he was absolutely outstanding today. 3 goals, looked dangerous all the way through, held up play. Score an hat-trick, get all 3 goals, winning the game, when it was needed. Yeah. I just thought he was outstanding today, and I deserves it. Yeah. Deserved it. So, maybe like 9/10.
No, listen, if you feel 10, then go for it.
I think if you get a hat-trick, come on. You know what I mean? He's done his job.
Yeah, he scored all our goals.
Scored all our goals, yeah.
Marty?
I was going to go for a 9 until you said that. I mean, at the end of the day, you get a hat-trick. There's not really much more you can ask for. And for me, the goals that he scored, the little dink where he gets it over, that was an absolutely sublime finish. That he took liberties with that. And, dinks over Henderson, it's like a seer. And then obviously them 2 power finishes, and he rifles them. And they're good, clean finishes. And especially with a third one where he runs in, he gets times his run. You could easily be offside from that. The ball's timed in and he runs on, he keeps his composure. And I love those when it's 1-on-1 and the ground opens up and it's a gasping moment. But you've got to put it in the back of the net. And that sometimes, can be the hardest thing. He had a great game and it's great to see. I'm hoping he's going to give him this confidence to kick on and move forward.
Absolutely. So 10, yeah?
Yeah, why not? Feeling nice.
You know what? I'm clean sweep. I'm going to go 10.
Well done.
And I'll tell you why as well, because not many players get a hat-trick after you're 1-0 down.
No, I haven't. When was the last someone else to play got an hat-trick?
Well, that's a good point. Eddie got one.
That was probably it. Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United last November.
Probably got an 8.
Last goal.
So man, 10s all round. Raheem Sterling. Let's start with Martin.
Thanks for that. Look, he looked lively, and it's a shame that he didn't convert that ball in from Tierney. That was on a plate for him, and I would like to see him put in the other side of the goalkeeper. And then he gets the second chance, he goes against the bar. He tried to get involved. I've got to give him a 6. There was just no way. He tried. You could see he's putting effort in. I think he needs more game time. I think he needs these opportunities. But, you know, there are, obviously, when you've got Saka in front of you, it's going to be very hard to break a starting position when you've got one of the best players in the Premier League, you know, arguably Europe, in front of you.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. So you're saying 6, yeah?
I'm going for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and again, as we said, 6 isn't the worst score in the world. Like, I just played okay, done okay, and you know, I mean, if he gets that chance and scores, it's a 7. Yeah. Fine margins in football, so it's 6.
No, I agree all round. I thought 6 is fair. I thought he had a decent first half, tailed off a bit in the second. Fair to the manager, I thought he brought him off at the right time. He looked a bit tired. He looked like he was going against him a little bit, so that was the right time to hook him. But yeah, 6. Right, let's go through the subs very quickly. William Saliba.
8. I think he come on and just showed his class. I don't think there's not much more you can say about this kid.
Have you ever seen him have a bad game?
I've seen him have 1 or 2, but like it ain't like off the scale bad. They're very, very bad. Yeah. And to come on at 1-0 down and just shore up that defence and make it look so much more solid. I know there was different elements to that, but he's just so assured. There was a couple of times they broke on us. And he just cleans up like, you know, 8 out of 10. Definitely.
I know exactly what you mean. You're always feeling safer hands when he's on the pitch. Yeah. Marty, Saliba.
Yeah, I echo that. He just comes on the pitch and it's just, you know, right, here we go. He's just a class operator. That's why, again, he's one of the best defenders in Europe. The only time I have seen him have a bad game is for France. And I think I've probably only ever seen him, in all the times I've watched Arsenal, miscontrol the ball 3 times. And that's it. That's the level this guy's at.
And even his warm-up's classy.
Yeah. When he's on the side, when he's on the touchline.
It's classy.
Yeah.
Let's yeah, I agree. Let's talk very quickly about Martin Odegaard. I think we know we're going here, though.
9. I thought that was an unbelievable half. You know, we really needed it. It led the team, passes. There was a cut we won to Jesus. If it would have, it was a next whisker away from him, like, you know what I mean? And if he'd have just got on to that, you know, but I've just felt we led the team, wants the ball. Yeah, for 45 minutes, I don't think you can ask much more from a midfield.
No, I thought he was outstanding when he came on. Marty, very quickly,
Odegaard. Bringing on the cavalry and, you know, and I mean, I'd go 8 or a 9, you know, he does what he says on the tin, right? And he just gets the ball moving. And
I'd go 9 because the impression he made, as soon as he came on, he was bossing things. I'll give him 9. Right, Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Oh, yeah, come on, steady for the time. Was 6 out of 10, a steady performance. Like, you know, I didn't think he got bullied or was exposed that much. I thought, solid.
I agree. Yeah.
Yep. And Gabriel came on for a few minutes at the end.
Yeah, messed up with a touch, didn't he? Like, you know, that was on for us, and then they got the corner from it. Like, you know, 4 out of 10 for Gabby.
Well, it wasn't on that long, but 4 out of 10. Okay.
5
out of 10. And of course, we got to mention the manager. Made some big decisions, notably the one at half time.
I think you've got to give
with Odegaard.
I think you've got to give him 8 out of 10 for that. I think maybe bordering on 9. I think that he, you know, there was pressure on him tonight. Definitely. And I think that at the end of the day, he'll look at it and go, look, I've got players rested. You know, Rice didn't even get on, wasn't even on the squad today. Other players got 20 minutes and whatever. Players got minutes as well. Good night's work for him, if I'll be really honest today. Yeah, so 8 out of 10, good solid performance.
Okay, Marty?
I agree with that. At first, I think he got the team selection pretty wrong-ish, just because it was just a complete mixed bunch, and it just didn't. The whole thing didn't work for me. But then rolls into half time, and this is what great managers do: is they change it. And after the weekend as well, with the Everton situation, he come under a hell of a lot of criticism. Yeah. The whole Arsenal setup they really did, and to then turn it around to get the win, get us into a semi-final. Fair play to him. You know, let's go on and win this trophy. And fair play to him. I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, I would agree. And that is the end of the player ratings. Thank you very much, guys.
We're going to do the fans. What about the fans and the referee? Yeah. Do you want me to have this?
Yeah.
All right.
Referee, I thought had a really good game. The referee. Yeah. I don't know who he was. Yeah. But that's always a good sign when you don't know who he is. You're not looking in the programme for him. So I'm going to give the ref, for the first time ever, 9 out of 10.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, do you know what? I completely echo that. I looked at it, the whole lineup of, who is everyone? I thought, I don't have a clue, this lot are. Let's hope they're good. And they were. And they weren't, I think he controlled the game really well. He wasn't throwing out needless cards. I think everyone sort of obeyed. The game had a flow to it. And it's the first time I haven't really heard the crowd get on the referee's back.
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, well said. And the fans?
Yeah, that place was rocking in the second half. 10. It was in the second half. That was when them goals went in, and then when they, even when they got it back, and at the end, it was. I love those atmospheres. This is what I go to football for. I love it. Hairs on the back of your neck, sort of stuff.
I can vouch for that. I was in the ground. The atmosphere was really good. Helped as well, I would say, by the Palace fans.
Yeah,
they
I think
turned
the
up.
Palace fans were unbelievable because there were so many. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, and the reason because we was a little bit quiet in the first half, and this is where sometimes what annoyed me a little bit about Saturday, sometimes the players and the team have to lift the fans. Is exactly what happened in that game. They come out, they got the fans on side, and the fans went with it, and it was fantastic. The atmosphere in the second half was electric.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was a good game to go to. I enjoyed being there. Got the win. It's great. Right, anyone else you want to give ratings to? What about the catering staff? What about the catering staff?
You've got a good
what about the ground
7 out of
staff?
10 like for that, right? Yeah, good solid 7 out of 10.
Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in to Player Rating. See you guys soon. Cheers.